Hey everybody, welcome to the Winstead Speed Shop where everything is clean and organized. As always, today we're going to review the Black Ink Road Bar integrated stem compared to the VisionTech Metreon 5D integrated bar and stem. So the black ink came stock on the Factor because they're both the same company basically. And this was my first integrated bar stem setup in my life, and this bar is so stiff. I immediately noticed how stiff it was. You can see I've not cleaned it up yet from taking the tape off. I came off of a Control Tech Cougar Aero bar, which the Cougar Control Tech bar was super flexy. You could grab the bar with your hands and flex the hell out of it. And with this bar, I immediately noticed how stiff it was, which we'll talk about. It's a good and a stiffness is a good and a bad thing, right? So I would have kept this bar on the bike had one thing been different about it. Now, this is not exactly a aero bar. You can see under here you've got, I don't know why they put this. If it's going to be on an internally routed bike, the cable's going to come through here, and then the cable actually is going to go on the Factor. The cable goes through the steer tube. So on both bars, the hydraulic cables go through the bar, through the stem, and then through the steer. Now, while I'm on the Vision, I had to grind this little piece of carbon down because it was being held up by this part of the steer here. And then I had to cut down this bolt because it was bottoming out at the end of the threaded portion here in the steer. I had to shorten this bolt, but obviously this bar doesn't come with this bike. The black ink bar does. And why did I not keep this on there? Something about the drop I didn't like. Now, the Vision has more drop, which is the distance between this part and this part. The Vision has more drop than the black ink, and if you sprint and your sprint is any kind of consequence to your cycling life, if your drop is too shallow, your arm will be in a contracted position when you start your sprint, and you won't be able to get a good leverage on the bike. You're like cramped because your hand is too close to you. And as the drop increases, your hand comes further away from your body, which you don't want it too far, or your neck is all cranked and your back is too low or whatever. But you want your arm to be in an extended position that you can get good leverage on the bike to be able to sprint hard and just to feel better. And the way that this drop was shaped and the way that the drop amount was on this bar, it just didn't feel right. And so I said, okay, I need to find another integrated bar stem that has more drop. But this bar was awesome in terms of how stiff it was. It's not like necessarily an aero bar. You'll see the pros run the bar tape over to here because this isn't really set up like an aero bar. I don't know why they did this because the cable's going to run inside it. But anyway, this is a nice Garmin mount. Anyway, this bar is out. I'm not going to run that bar anymore. So the Vision bar feels super good in the drops. This bar is super stiff too. I was talking about what bar I had before, the Cougar Control Tech. I was running this Specialized S-Works. I think it's the SL bar, just a normal classic round bar from Specialized. That bar was pretty flexy too. You know, in terms of rigidity, you know, I've been doing this a long time, and if something is flexible, it's going to be comfortable. If it's stiff, it's going to not be as comfortable, but you're going to feel more powerful with it. This bar is really stiff. I did a sprint workout on it and felt really good, and the drops feels really good. So you can see it's a full aero profile under here. It's really clean. There's nothing really there. The cables are coming through here. You got a hole there if they needed to come out, but on the factory, you don't need to use that hole. And then I ordered this extra little Garmin attachment on Amazon. The Vision does not come with this part, so I added a longer Allen bolt, which I had laying around, and then used the nut that came in the kit to add this to the Garmin mount for the Vision. And so I'm running the Vision bar, liking it better than the Black Ink bar. This bar is about, I weighed both of them actually. The Vision is about, I want to say it was like 40 or 60 grams heavier. I mean, just this whole contraption here is like way over engineered. You don't need all this material here and reinforcement. I mean, this part is pretty damn heavy, and this part's pretty heavy, but hey, you know, I mean, life is about aero now. It's not about weight anymore. So we're going to go with this bar. Hope this helped you evaluate these two bars. And that's it from the Winstead Speed Shop.